Hello, friends. Welcome back to another edition of the Slumber Party podcast, where I will attempt once again to not bang my mic. Liza, can I do it?
I believe in you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, for those watching on YouTube today, I am in a little bit of a different location. I'm doing some media over the next couple of days. So I am in a hotel room in Toronto. I am not having marital issues. Well, maybe I am, but that's not why I'm here. I'm not, but not currently. So I'm in Toronto. I have a little bit of a different space today, but we had a very special episode planned, and I absolutely didn't want to miss it. So I packed up my office. I can work just about anywhere. This is one of the wonderful things about being a sleep consultant. You can work just about anywhere, including, Zahra, we're going to touch on this. Yesterday, you were in a spa, and I was like, oh, God, Zahra just lives her life exactly. Like, we're going to talk, sorry.
While working.
Yes. This is it. I'm going to do a quick welcome. Welcome, Liza. How are you today?
Thank you. Hi, I'm great. Thanks.
Thank you. Hi. And welcome to Zahra, member of the Baby's Best Sleep team. Welcome, Zahra.
Hi, guys. So excited to be here.
I'm so excited to finally have you. Now, Zahra actually started, and we kind of talked about this with Deanna's episode last week, but Zahra, you started in April, and then I feel like the summer was a blur, and then we had to reschedule this episode so many times, and now we're actually doing it, which is so exciting. So I want to say you're new, but you're not really. But no, what I love about what you do. So Zahra is a member of the team. Zahra's joined my certification program. Was one of the. You have such a good story. I'll save your story for your story. But was one of my first folks to sign up. And then when we were looking for team members, I kind of tapped Zahra because we were looking for specifically social workers and those who can provide those services. Anyway, so what I love, so Zahra, you joined the team and you are constantly living your best life. And I know Instagram is kind of like that anyway. Instagram is one of those things where it's everyone's highlight reel, right? But you're always in a hot tub being working or on a beach working. I'm yes, honestly. I'm yes, I really, this is what I love. And I was in New York City last week. It's all a blur, 2 weeks ago. And I was working and a friend of mine was like, oh, do you hate having to work all the time? And I'm like, no, the alternative would be me at home or me in a classroom. I wouldn't be here. So I don't mind answering this text message while I'm walking around Central Park. I don't mind it. That's okay.
Totally.
So yeah, what we really love to do, and I'm going to put you a little bit on the spot, is I just want to kind of share your story. Tell us who you are. Why are you here? All of that stuff.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. I'm Zahra. So excited to be here. My story, it literally is, it's full circle. It's a very crazy story in my opinion. I had a pandemic baby. I'm just going to literally start from the beginning.
Go for it.
So I had a pandemic baby after losing a child, my first baby I lost. And so getting pregnant during the pandemic, having a rainbow baby and pregnancy during the pandemic was extremely stressful. Finally, I had the baby. It was, obviously a very, very stressful time, but I was extremely happy to have a baby to hold. And the sleep journey kind of began. And I've been a social worker for 10 years. I've worked in child welfare. And it stunned me that I had no idea what sleep was going to be like. It's just totally kind of hit me of everyone told me about what breastfeeding should be like, what poop should look like, what this should look like, what that should look like, what everything should look like. But no one actually told me about sleep and what to truly expect, other than that you should sleep when the baby sleeps. You're never going to sleep again. All the things that you hear.
And let's pause on that. On that. The amount of shit talk, and I mean literal talk about baby shit is quite extensive. There are pictures on the internet of babies' diapers, what it needs to look like, and we still are not talking about potential sleep loss in the newborn phase, especially in the newborn phase. It's wild to me.
It's wild. Yeah. And yeah, I did like postpartum classes. I researched stuff. I did things that I thought would kind of prepare myself. That's just my, like, who I am. And I like to be prepared. So it just was a real shock when things kind of started. So of course I went deep into the sleep world and researching and trying to figure it out. And everyone kept telling me about taking, I won't go into who, but everyone would tell you, like, do this, try this course, try that. I tried, different things, lots of different things. And sleep just, it never kind of came, it was never kind of what I thought it would be or what I would see other people sort of achieving. And it took a real hit on my mental health. I also had postpartum anxiety. And yeah, it got to a point where, it went on for a while. And, I followed Baby's Best Sleep. I listened to podcasts, like while I was contact napping, all the things, got so much like support from that. I felt like a true community. I really felt like Baby's Best Sleep and Amanda and like the team was part of like my parenting journey. And eventually I ended up, working with a consultant, and it changed everything. It was just having someone in my corner. It was reassurance. It was a cheerleader for myself. And even though I thought I could do it on my own and I had all the research and I thought I had all that, it was just having that person and taking the guesswork out of it and all of that. So yeah, I mean, that's in a nutshell, like my journey. And then the other side of things is, as a South Asian woman, I'm a South Asian woman, sleep training is like a word that nobody knows about. I actually didn't even know what sleep training was. So, one random night I was having a deep conversation with a friend and I was like, we need to bring this to our community. People need to know, like, this is possible. Sleep is possible. It doesn't have to be like what we think it needs to be or what we're told. And I'm going to write to Amanda. I'm going to ask her if she does like any sort of training because I'm so interested in this. I want to bring awareness to my like demographic. I want to, bring this. And so I wrote to Amanda and she wrote back to me. You wrote back to me. And then it kind of just all came full circle. And I get goosebumps thinking about it because like here I am. I didn't think that I would be here, but I absolutely love, supporting clients on their sleep journeys. I had a lot of like sleep was just it was always the topic for me. Yeah. I tracked sleep forever, like way too long than I should have, and like to be here supporting parents, like it's truly just, I don't know, it's full circle. And I love what I do. I lpod being on this team and
Oh, I love that.
I'm going to cry.
Oh my God. Yes. Just let it go. Yeah. This is I am a crier, so tears are always welcome. But I remember you emailing me and I was in the process, I believe, of creating my program. And I was like, just wait. It's so funny. Like I'm someone who isn't really religious, but I do believe in science. And there was like 18 people being like, do you have a program? Hi, do you have a program? And then I always talk about it on the podcast where we had a client who was from overseas and was like, I want to do this in my country. Like, do you have a program? And then I was like, okay. And then I did have the program. I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then I basically reached out to all of the folks who had asked me about it to be like, just a heads up, I'm doing a trial run of this. And you were like, yes. And what the best thing, this is the best thing I love about the programming so far is that like everyone comes to me with their limiting beliefs about themselves. And I have a lot of flaws. One of the things I'm really happy about myself is that I think anything is possible. I really do. I don't really think that I'm not. Oh, look, I'm in Toronto. Can you hear the sorrow? I slept through this last night pretty well. But I I'm sure there are things that I limit myself on, but when it came to this program, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. Or like when I did my own training, it's like, yeah, I'm going to have a business. And then when you get on the phone with so many people, they're like, well, can I do it? And you have been someone I remember to be like, are you serious? I'm like, Zahra, yes, look at your level of experience.
I remember that. Amanda would be like, this girl does not know how amazing she is.
I am always flabbergasted when people are like, well, you have a personality. And I'm like, but personally, I'm an extrovert. I don't really want an extrovert to be ever working with me. I like people who are more introverted. My husband is an introvert. Liza, you're introverted. My other best friend, introverted. I don't like I'm enough. I'm enough. And I don't need like another person. There is someone for everyone. And so I'm always amazed when I'm on these calls when people are like, I don't know that I can do it. I'm like, hell yes, you can. And really, I have to find the quote. There's a quote from Jay-Z. I keep quoting Jay-Z and like, it's a Jay-Z, if you're listening to this.
Jigga Man. I call him Jigga Man. J
and B.
Yeah, I think that's what B calls him. Yeah.
Yeah, like my girl, my best friend, Beyonce. If you are listening to this, I'm sorry, but there is a quote that basically says the only difference between those who are successful and those who are not are the people who just do it anyway or who keep doing it. And I absolutely believe in that. And I've been in the business a long time where there have been challenges and things that throw me and things that make me like want to pack it all in. And I'm like, no, I have that like higher purpose. I really want to do it. And that does keep me going. But anyone can do anything. And the real differentiator is like, number one, doing shit, doing it, and then continuing to do it. And I'm not Tony Robbins, but I'm just speaking from my own experience. And I felt like when you came into this and you were saying that, I'm like, oh my God, of course you're going to do it. And now look at you. Zahra has a wait list that's 3 to 4 weeks long. And that's not, and like people adore her. Your connection with folks is so important and real. And I really think that you also have that higher purpose. Like you really want everyone to know that sleep is awesome. And I think that will always drive you. So